Hi, I'm Laura Calder. This is my husband Peter, and these videos are sort of an accompaniment to the newsletter I send out every month. If you'd like to get it, you can sign up on lauracalder.com, and otherwise you're just welcome to be here for the chit chat. How are you?
We're good. We're on holiday. Well, you can sort of see out the back window. We're not in Toronto for a moment. We're
away for the weekend for the first time of the year. How does it feel?
It's weird.
But good weird.
It's a good weird. Yeah.
What a relief. Anyway, hopefully more of this. So we're going to start with a question I got a long time ago, which was, could we please have an update on your cookbook? So I forget who asked that, sorry, at least I'm getting around to it. The update is that my cookbook is no longer a cookbook. And I didn't answer earlier because I was in discussions with my editor, and I tend, as any of you will know who own cookbooks of mine, to talk a lot and to chat a lot about other things. And so she finally said, why don't you just get these recipes out of your way and write us a book? So I will put recipes in this book, but now I've got to kind of go back to the beginning and do a lot more writing. So that's why I'm posting less on Instagram, pictures of food, because I'm more in front of the computer than at the stove. Anyway, I'm very excited because I've always wanted to do this, and it's much more interesting for me and more challenging. So it's going to be a fun year.
Yeah.
Voila.
It's going to be a good book. Buy it.
Here's hoping. So the questions. We have a question from Ian, which I think is for you, because what he says is, can you suggest something that you like to barbecue that's not too fussy to prepare, but punches beyond its weight? I'm looking for something that will knock out the guests in a culinary sense.
It depends what you mean by weight.
He means some
It's a
impressive
showstopper.
thing.
Yeah. There's lots of things that cost. You got to open your wallet and take money out of it to get some very good things that do kind of stop the show for people who come for barbecues. The most obvious one is those tomahawk steaks. It's a big côte de bœuf in French, but it's a very thick rib steak with a bone on it. And it looks like something you could chop a tree down with.
Something off the Flintstones.
It's the rib meat, so it's very fatty and tender and beautiful. And you cook it on the direct heat of your barbecue and then move it off to finish it. After it's nice and seared and crisp on the outside.
You could have some logs of compound butters, like a parsley butter or a cayenne butter, and then just
really good.
Put a piece on top and let it melt all over.
You want to make sure to get a very well marbled one with lots of fat in it. Sometimes they don't have enough marbling, but make sure to spend money on a very well marbled one.
Then maybe you don't need butter. Maybe you need something more that cuts through it.
But it's really delicious, and it does look great. I mean, it looks great. It's sort of, you bring it to the table, then you slice it like a steak. You don't give chunks, you put slices out.
What about something that doesn't break the bank, though?
Well, for not breaking the bank, I think a flattened chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Spatchcocked chicken, which basically you take a chicken, you take the backbone out, right, and you flatten it out, and then you marinate it overnight in lemon and olive oil and onions.
Tons of lemon is good. You almost can't overdo lemon.
Yeah, and then on your hottest part of your grill, you throw it down, skin down, and you get a nice browned skin with grill marks and stuff like that, and then turn it over eventually, after you got the skin looking the way you want to, and you move it off the direct heat and continue it there, and it comes to the table looking gorgeous, like a very nice brown skin. You
can throw some sausages on around as well, and then it looks like... The other thing is a mixed grill.
Yeah.
Like sometimes just having a combination of things, do some lamb chops, do some, chicken supreme, do a bunch of shrimp or whatever. Just have a variety of things always looks really generous, I think.
Yeah, and one last thing that's really good is a boned leg of lamb, a butterfly leg of lamb. Again, it can be pricey, but if you just get the leg, you take the bone out, it sort of opens up. It's kind of in all directions. Marinate that with lots of lemon and herbs. And
go make some nice sauces.
Again, you grill it, you get a nice grill mark on the hot part of your grill, and then you move it off to the side and finish it till it gets up to 135 degrees on the inside. Then you have like medium rare lamb, and it's
You
delicious.
can make a yogurt sauce with lemon zest and olive oil in it.
These are really nice things to do, yeah. And then there was, of course, what our friend Harold's did not so long ago for his birthday, which was grilled lobster. So he took a lobster and cut it in half while it was still, alive. And then you grill that directly on the grill, and that comes out beautifully as well.
It comes out so beautifully.
You can add butter to it as it's cooking, so the butter melts into it, or just do it plain. I mean, it's really good.
Anybody hungry? Well, there's another food question, actually, while we're on barbecues, and this one comes from Wendy. What would your take on the ubiquitous potato salads that appear and often terrorize at family picnics? What might you two do with a potato? play around
There's
with
no
potatoes.
telling what we might do with a potato.
Peter. I like actually potato salad, including the ubiquitous terrorizing ones you refer to, made with sort of English salad dressing and mashed up. And I do have a nostalgia for those things, but I haven't made one, I have to say, or I had one in years. But I also make one where you get a potato maybe a little more on the waxy side, boil and slice them, and while they're still hot, pour in a splash of white wine, add some minced shallots, lots of herbs. That's nice and light. It's a non-mayonnaise thing.
A warm potato salad.
Warm
like
potato
that.
salad
That's
is
really good.
delicious. You could also do one with, I do a fish one all the time too, with sliced waxy potatoes. They don't have to be warm, but you just drizzle liberal olive oil, capers, shallots. You could put some cooked mussels on top. You could put, with lemon zest. Always herbs mixed in, and serve that sort of flat on a platter. It's really nice and not heavy.
You know why they do potato salads at picnics like that? It's because you can eat it with one. You just need a nice plastic fork and a plastic plate, and you can walk around shoveling it in your face as you greet guests.
One thing that makes all that food so stress-free is that it's all room temperature. You don't have to, you don't want it cold, pulled out of the fridge, although sometimes those mashed up potato salads are good cold. But room temperature food is such a
You don't need a knife
reliever.
and fork, though. You don't need a knife and fork, so you can have a hot dog and that's all about convenience. But it's delicious. I like the ones you can buy in grocery stores, actually, in plastic tubs.
Sure.
They can be really good. There's some that are actually quite good. I have nothing against potato salad.
It's
in fact,
summer.
I look forward to it.
This kind of scenery calls for the mashed potato salad and salmon or something like that on the side, which is good.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'd like to hear anyone got a really great potato salad recipe. We'd love it. And anyone who does anything on the grill that's really knockout, we'd love to hear about it. So, happy picnic season.
Yeah, it's July now.
I know. We're heading back to the city. Cheers. Oh well. Until the next getaway. Bye.
Bye-bye.